Hello everyone, welcome back. So now that we have understood what is Redwood page, so we need to understand that Visual Builder Studio is only used with the pages that are built in Redwood page. Okay, so if any page is not on the Redwood page, it's not Visual Builder Studio will not work on that page. Okay, so I'm logged in as an administrator. Let me show you a page that is not Redwood page. Okay, so this, for example, this person information page, we can see it's not a Redwood page. So when we click here, edit page in Visual Builder Studio option is not coming. Okay. So for example, if I go into a page that is Redwood page, so I know this contact info page is a Redwood page, we'll get the feeling of a Redwood page. And you in the URL also you can see the Redwood page. Okay. So when we click here on the menu, we can see the option edit page in the Visual Builder Studio. Okay. So that's how we access the Visual Builder Studio. So click here, it will open up the Visual Builder Studio. You need to have the access to access this project. Let me explain you. First, you need to have application administrator role to access the Visual Builder Studio, and then you need to have, it will open up the project. You need to have access into that project as well. Let me show you, because since I'm already an admin, I have access to application administrator role access and have access to project as well. So that's why it opened this page in the Visual Builder Studio. So let me log in with another user where I can show you. Let me take into the Cognito mode so that I can show you with another user who doesn't have access. So let me log in with the user who doesn't have access, have application administrator role. It will give an error when we open the Visual Builder Studio. Okay, so let me open any page, Redwood page. Okay, documents of record is a Redwood page, but this user does not have application administrator role. So if I open in the edit page in Visual Builder Studio, it will give the message, error message. You can see this error message came. This is because application administrator role is not assigned to this user. There are different roles, but application developer or application administrator role you can assign, then this error message will go. So it takes around 30 minutes to 40 minutes to sync after you assign this role. And there is another condition, even after you assign this role and 30 to 40 minutes, this does not sync, then you have to contact your application administrator to sync this role with this user. So once he syncs that, then you will be able to access the Visual Builder Studio page. Okay. Now another thing is, once you get the access to Visual Builder Studio, you need to get the access to the project. Let me show you another user. For the sake of this lecture, I make another user, but that was not given access to the project. Visual Builder Studio works in a project. Okay, so let me open this user. I copied it. Okay, so this user have access to application administrator role, but it was not given access in the project. Visual Builder Studio instance open in the project. Okay, so let me open any Redwood page. These user have application administrator role and it's not assigned to the project. So let me show you how it will look like. Let me open any page that have show more, and we can use add absence page. Yeah, add absence page is a Redwood page. So this will open up this Redwood page. When we'll open the Visual Builder Studio, you will see a different message here. Okay, so this is some different errors coming on this page. Let me open this page in Visual Builder Studio. It will try to open in the project. It's saying checking your projects, but now it is saying you are not assigned into the project for the Visual Builder Studio. So you need to be added in a project. So you need to contact your Visual Builder Studio admin or application administrator to add you into the project so that you can be granted access to the project so that you can open Visual Builder Studio. So Your application administrator can open this Visual Studio. How he can do that is, there is in the configuration, Visual Builder Studio, there is under configuration Visual Builder Studio, all the projects are there. If required, he can create a new project as well, or in the existing project he can go there and he can give you the access. Okay, so once he gives you the access in the project, then you will be able to open the page in Visual Builder Studio. Okay, so that's how you get the access into the Visual Builder Studio. So this login, I'm logged in now with this record, employee Ellen.Hooper, and this user has access to the application administrator role as well, and he has access to the project as well. So once we click onto the Visual Builder Studio, I showed you. Let me do it again. Let me close this. So let me open person information and click on contact info. So this is a Redwood page. This user have access to the project as well. So once you get the access to the project, you need to click on edit page in Visual Builder Studio, and then you will be able to make the changes and edit this page in the Visual Builder Studio. So let us see overall structure in the Visual Builder Studio. We'll make it as a brief one because this is more for the functional people, and we get you started to give you the intro level introduction of the Visual Builder Studio. Okay, so now since we were on the contact info page, that's why we can see the contact info page here. So overall, Visual Builder Studio has three main parts. One is canvas, one is this header, and one is this properties. So canvas is of course the page, how it will look like. This, it shows you which page you are working on. You can select the different page from here itself, or you can navigate to the page and click on edit in Visual Builder Studio. It will bring up this one. So you can select the page here as well, and of course you can see the recently opened pages. You can click that and make the changes on that pages. Okay, so this is this part, and then we have express and advanced. Advanced is more for the technical people. They can write their code and Visual Builder Studio VBCS code and all technical stuff. They do it in the advanced mode. You can build your own pages, you can build your own applications. So that is done here in advanced tab. But since this course is only for the functional consultant, to give you the brief introduction, so we'll work with the express mode. So you can see advanced here as well. I'll just show you. So you can see there are a lot of things: event handlers, types, variables, JavaScript, JSON. So a lot of technical stuff that is happening here. So we'll get back to our introduction to the interface. So here we are back to the express, and here we can, this icon is used to set the page properties. Okay, so we can change the page properties from this button. For example, if you want to see how this page look for any particular person, so you can set the person ID here, click OK, and you can see how the page will look like for that particular employee based on his roles, based on the logic you wrote here inside the page. Okay, so that you can set the page properties here. Then you have live and design. Live mode is when you are making the changes, you can immediately see the impact here in the canvas. But if you don't want to see the changes because you don't want to get distracted, you can work on the design mode, and the page and the changes will not be reflected. Okay, here we have undo and redo option. You can undo your changes. It will show all your recent changes, and you can undo these changes. And of course, if you have done undo, you can do the redo as well. Okay, so redo these changes again. Okay, this is more this is sandbox. If you are aware of the sandbox, if you are working on any sandbox, you can select the sandbox, but this is not more required because we are just getting the introduction. So you can select the sandbox if you are working on the sandbox. Sandbox is kind of a instance you are working on before the live instance. So it's kind of a development instance. You work on the development instance, make the changes, publish in the sandbox. If everything is okay, you move it to the production. Okay, and then this button is very important. This is used for preview. I will be using heavily this preview button In the coming lectures, you will understand it better. So you can preview your changes before making it live, before publishing it into the instance. Okay, so use this preview button. It will show you the changes you have done, and you can verify those changes. And of course, you can once you do the preview, it will open up into the new page, and you can verify the changes before you publish. Publish, of course, you are satisfied with your changes and you want to publish it to the live or whatever instance you are working on. In this, what you can do here is you can share this, share your changes to someone who does not have access to Visual Builder Studio. Okay, so you can make your changes and click on the share. It will give you a link. You can copy this link. You can either get it verified from the business user, or if you want to share with the project manager as well, you can use this link. Give it to him. This link will have all the changes you have done in the Visual Builder Studio before making it live. So once he says okay, you can publish these changes. Okay, I will give you a demonstration of this, how we do this in the coming lectures as well. So this is more to do with the header. This is canvas part, and this in the here we have. Let me go back. Express. Let me close this and come back again. Edit page in Visual Builder. It is opening up the project. Okay. Perfect. So now we have seen this is canvas area, this is header area, and this is very, very important. I will be covering each of them very heavily in the coming lectures. One is business rule, how you configure fields in region. I will explain it one by one. How you can use validate field values. I will make a separate lecture as well. And this a page properties as well. So this is a properties pane that you will be working heavily to make your changes in configure field and region, validate field values, and the page properties. So this was just an overview of the Visual Builder Studio screen. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.